What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews. It's the playoffs, and I've got two picks that I've put down. I'm going to take you through that today. That sounds interesting. Let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Before we jump to the picks, we do have to recap the day that was. Apologies, I couldn't get a video out to you guys last night. But I did share a free pick out. I put it on a YouTube post. I put it on Free Winnable. I put it in the Discord. If you didn't find it, I apologize. But it was a winner. We had a decent day. 7.43 units overall up in VIP. The winning bets were absolutely fantastic. Had a couple of losing bets in there that were absolutely disgusting. And what I hate about it is that I lacked a bit of discipline. I went hunting for more plays because I wasn't satisfied with two that I already had. And all of those extra plays lost. But the original plays, the value plays, money. So 2-1 on straight picks. Daniel Gafford took him over 13.5 points and rebounds. The Mavs got mauled. Gafford barely did anything. All the offense ran through AD, who pretended to be injured the whole time. At the end of the day, that was a bad read. The regular season data looked good, but it's the playoffs now. DAVION Mitchell over 10.5 points. I was sweating this one. I thought this one actually lost, to be honest with you. Then he clutches up, finishes with 16 points, goes crazy in overtime. Really happy with the read there for DAVION Mitchell. Played a lot of minutes. Shot volume was there. Eventually started making them. Also hit Brandon Williams over 10.5 points and assists. This was a sweat-free winner. 16 points and 7 assists today in 22 minutes. Very aggressive. His play type, it suited this up-tempo matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies. Then we hit some value plays. DAVION Mitchell at plus 375. Brandon Williams at plus 325. So taking a little bit more risk on the value plays in the playoffs because we're not going to get as much volume down. So leaning in heavier in the limited plays that we do happen to take. This slip was sent in by somebody from VIP. Absolutely chuffed. Look at that. Brandon Williams, 10 points, 3 assists. DAVION Mitchell, 15 points, 5 assists. This guy turned $250 into $5,000. So you can imagine his unit size. And with me getting over 300 units, this man's probably won, $100,000 on the NBA this season. But if you're interested in joining VIP, you can use the code DAVION. You'll get 50% off the next 2 months. VIP is best for those who can make same-game parlays. But instead, if you want me to teach you everything I know about betting, you can join my SKOOL community. It comes with a 7-day free trial. It costs only $1 a day. I take you through all the basic stuff when it comes to betting, all the advanced things, and you'll also get access to me. We have weekly group coaching calls, and you can speak to me one-on-one whenever you like to. So feel free to check those 2 links out. I'll leave them in the video description below. Now let's get into it. We've got 4 plays happening today. 4 games happening today. And man, you can see it right here. The first game's at 3 a.m. my time, so I'm not going to see that. Clippers versus the Nuggets at 5:30 a.m. I'll probably just be waking up when that starts, so I'm not going to get too many bets down on those, but I'll be alive and well for the following 2 games. But I've only got 2 picks down, but I'll take you through the 2 picks. Then we'll go through some of the things that I've considered, and if you like those, you can tell them too. Bucks versus the Pacers is the first one I'm going to go through, and I do have a bet in this one, and might be a pretty square pick today, but I'm taking Kevin Porter Jr. Where's my man Kevin Porter Jr.? And I'm taking his points, rebounds, and assists. This was at 17.5 when I originally looked at it. Started to move to 18.5, so still a decent number that you can catch. Now for Kevin Porter Jr., over 18.5 PRA. So he's projected right now for 26 minutes. That could change by the time the game starts, but I'm happy to roll with his projection, given he's also been playing a similar number of minutes lately. Dame Lillard, obviously still out, so Kevin Porter Jr. is going to have to create a lot of their offense, especially without Giannis there in the limited time he has off the court. But Kevin Porter Jr., why do we like it? So first thing I'll call out, the recent form is fantastic, and it does support the play a little bit, but a lot of that is based on the number of minutes that he has been playing, and he's been quite aggressive in his role. So recent form is fantastic. His head-to-head form against the Pacers is great too. 15 and 26 points, rebounds, and assists, averaging 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists in only 18 minutes of action. I applied a bit of hood math here. Pretty much he's getting 1.13 points, rebounds, and assists per minute played against Indiana Pacers. So my hood math tells me if he plays 26 minutes, he can get close to 30 PRA. And I know that's not how basketball works, but it does give us a lot of wiggle room. So for Kevin Porter Jr., looking at the season, looking at his games with Giannis, without Dame, where he plays 25 to 30 minutes, I think that's a decent expectation from him today. 25 and 30 minutes over this line in all 2 games. The games where he plays more minutes, obviously he's over in every single one, but doing quite well in these positions. Giannis, no Dame. He also has a great matchup as well. So I do like the matchup here. 12 out of the last 15 similar types of players. They've all covered their PRA against the Indiana Pacers, who play quite quick with a lot of pace. The game total, 224. It's not super high, but it's a moderate total. This is the playoffs after all. Teams are expected to lock in. Points might be harder to come by. And for Kevin Porter Jr. in this sample size, he's averaging almost 20 points per game. Line's only at 10.5. And I think that factors in the playoff stuff. So I do like him to go over his points prop, but I'm not saying in any way that he's going to get to 20 points. I don't think he kills it that easy. I think there's an opportunity for him to get more rebounds, maybe some more assists. Assists perform very well in these games. The rebounds, probably the weakest aspect of all this, but at the same time in the playoffs, I think there might be more rebound opportunities, which is why I'm rolling with the PRA here for Kevin Porter Jr. So over 18.5 is what I took. I think it's still available everywhere. Some people have it at 17.5. So if you catch it there, feel free to take it. Now, my second pick that I'm rolling with is in the last game of the day. It's the Wolves versus the Lakers. And I'm rolling with Donte DiVincenzo today. And I'm also taking his PRA, 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, Donte is similar to Kevin Porter Jr., coming off the bench, but predicted to play 27 minutes in this game. So very similar. I looked at games where he plays between 25 and 30 minutes. But I also checked to make sure I looked at games where they were pretty much at full strength. All the key players available here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Donte, over this line in 20 out of 27 games, with the Wolves at full strength, averaging 19.6 points, rebounds, and assists. His matchup is excellent against the Lakers. Now, you're probably not going to see it here if you're looking at a large sample size of games and how the Lakers have defended throughout the season. But pretty much post the deadline, the Lakers have been very focused in limiting points to primary scorers. Anthony Edwards, probably Julius Randle, they're going to get a lot of attention. The Lakers have been very vulnerable to weak side scorers. I've taken this angle on a bet many times post the deadline, and I've cashed it with great success here. So I think the Lakers do load up in Anthony Edwards. They slow down Julius Randle, but they are going to be vulnerable on the weak side. And Donte DiVincenzo takes the most catch and shoot shots out of this whole Minnesota Timberwolves roster. So I think the matchup is fantastic. He's going to get some open looks at three. In terms of the other stats, rebounds and assists, spoke about the rebounds. I think it's a good chance for a lot of people to rebound a lot better, especially in the playoffs. There should be more opportunities. But in terms of the assists, he's the secondary playmaker in this team. Outside of Anthony Edwards and probably Julius Randle, I'd say, but he's going to play more minutes than Mike Conley anyway. Can get these assists in the flow of the offense. In this sample of size of games that I'm looking at, Donte DiVincenzo averages 3.9 assists anyway. His line's at 2.5 here, so heavily juiced to the over. So happy to take the PRA here for Donte DiVincenzo. I think he can fill it up in all areas. So like him to have a big game, but let's get into the leans that I have. All right, we're the Clippers versus the Nuggets. Got one lean in this one. I'm not going to have a bet on this game, I don't think. I'm not going to wake up early enough, but leaning heavily here towards James Harden to go over 31.5 points and assists. Now, James Harden dominated 2 out of the 4 games against the Denver Nuggets this season, 39 and 50. Then the following 2 games, they were blown out in both of those, and he absolutely sucked. This is the main reason I'm not taking it. These 2 games were played in Denver, which is where this game is being played today. So I don't know if it's the altitude. I don't know if it was just the blowout, but 2.5 point spread. So I don't think we see a blowout, but that is my only hesitation. He comes into this game with red hot form. 5 consecutive games. He's gone over his points and assist line, absolutely killing it. He's over this line in 5 out of 8 games with the Clippers at full strength, where he plays over 38 minutes. He's averaging 33 points and assists in those games. So projected to play a ton of minutes. James Harden today, probably 41 minutes in this game. So it's going to be close. It's going to be out there. I think 31.5. It might be something he can cover in points alone. So we shall see. It's a long series. I'm happy to just wait, watch, see how this thing performs. But I do like it. My only hesitation is the fact that, struggled in the 2 games in Denver this season. I don't know what that's all about. The other leans that I do have, I've got 2 in this Pistons versus the Knicks game. Jalen Brunson was 1, looking at his points and assists. So Jalen Brunson projected to play 38 minutes in this game, as well as everybody else in that Knicks roster. Looking at games where he plays a ton of minutes, just look at games where he plays at least 36. And if we look at games against the teams that aren't good at defending the pick and roll, because the Pistons, 3rd most points to pick and roll ball handlers and the 3rd most free throws allowed. Jalen Brunson scores 50% of his points that way. So looking at the bottom 20 teams in defending the pick and roll, we can see Jalen Brunson's over this line in 18 out of 27 games when he plays more than 36 minutes, averaging 37 points and assists. And if we look at the games he's played against the Pistons this season, he killed them in 3 out of the 4 games. The most recent game where he finished on 20, just came back from an injury, only played 29 minutes in that game. I don't even think he played the fourth quarter. And that game also didn't mean too much at all. So Jalen Brunson performed very well against the Pistons. The matchup is fantastic. 8 games, rest, expected to play big minutes in the playoffs. The only question mark here is, can we forgive his form since his return to injury? Because it hasn't been great, but it is the playoffs now. So strong lean there on Jalen Brunson. That's the only hesitation that I do have. The other one's also in the same game. We're looking at Cade Cunningham. I like his over in points. 27.5 when I was looking at it. It's going to move to about 30 points, I think, by the time the game starts. So for those of you who get on early, there might be some value here. But Cade Cunningham's projected to play 38 minutes in this game as well. So a ton of minutes for Cade. I looked at games where he plays between 35 and 40 minutes to get rid of any outliers. And when Cade plays between 35 and 40 minutes, you can see it here, 21 out of his last 27 games, he's gone over this line. He's got a great matchup. The Knicks allow the most points in the league to pick and roll ball handlers. Cade Cunningham performed very well against the Knicks this season. Looking at his head-to-head numbers, over in 3 out of 4 games, the only game he went under, he scored 22 points in 32 minutes. This was a blowout loss as well. This game, 7-point spread. To be honest, a blowout could potentially happen. Moderate pace. My only hesitation and the reason why I'm not betting on Cade Cunningham today, this is the first playoff game for the Detroit Pistons since 2019. It's the first time a lot of these guys are going to be seeing the playoffs. I don't know how they're going to respond. So the matchup is perfect. The data, the regular season stuff, it all checks out here for Cade to go over. How does he perform in the playoffs though? There's a question mark on it. The Knicks, very experienced team with a lot of playoff experience. They're probably well suited. So that's why I like Jalen Brunson a little bit more. Cade Cunningham I like as well. But those are just another 2 leans that I have for you. And then for the Wolves and the Lakers, I didn't dive too deep into this one because I can't tell you what's going to happen. I like Luka to score points because he's not afraid to take shots. Obviously, he's had a lot of big games against the Timberwolves in the playoffs, but now he's in Lakerland and he's with LeBron, who should score a lot of points himself. So I did consider LeBron to go over 24.5 points. It is the playoffs. He's performed well against the Wolves this season, but his games against the Wolves was when the Wolves are injured. No Rudy, no Julius Randle. I don't know how things are going to match up defensively. So I don't want to force anything. Anthony Edwards, he's been talking that ish to try to, I guess, hype up this playoff series against the Lakers. But I know that the Lakers like to load up on primary scorers. So I don't know how Anthony Edwards is going to be able to handle that. So we shall see. But that's all I've got for you for today. I apologize if the energy's down and I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs. I've got sick family at the moment. Not like really sick, but like the kids are sick. No one's sleeping. My wife's tired. We've got my mother-in-law here that's helping. So it's almost 11 o'clock at night and I don't want to be screaming at the top of my lungs to get these videos out. So I am whispering intentionally, but still trying to get some content out to you guys. But I'll remind you of the 2 things I've got going. VIP, looking to pump this playoffs, make a whole lot of profit in. You can check that out. You get a discount for 2 months. But if you just want to learn everything, I'm willing to teach everything that I know about betting on the NBA, just betting in general. Check out my school group. It's only $1 a day. It's $29 a month. It's a great community. We've got weekly coaching calls. You get access to me. And it's just a whole bunch of people now. I think there's like 60-something people who have joined. There's a whole collective of us who are just looking to be as sharp as possible to support each other. It's pretty cool. I encourage you guys to check it out. But I do wish you guys the absolute best of luck in this upcoming 4-game slate. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.